sometime in March, after basic training in AIT, we got orders that we were going to be deployed to Iraq. I had a little girl that was on the way. She was actually born April 23rd of 2004. And from the very moment she was born, I knew something was wrong. She was like a pale blue, and her cry was real faint. Anyway, it's a little difficult for me to talk about that part. Anyway, the only time we got to hold her was 2 weeks later on May 7th, 2004. I'm sorry. And she passed away in our arms. She was at the hospital the whole time on an ECMO machine, which is a heart and lung bypass machine. Anyway, at that time, I was already starting to be deployed. I was already doing classes and stuff like that to get ready to go. Well, at that moment, the military, they gave me 60 days to grieve before I was stepping foot, which was going to be my 21st birthday in Iraq, like just a couple days prior. And I remember first gunfight we got into, it was like, this is going to be it. Like, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready. Man, I was careless. I was quite careless over there. I didn't get nobody hurt or killed on our side, but man, I signed up for absolutely everything I could, whether it was convoys, QRF, quick response force. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just wanted to feel that, the power behind it all. And man, it was exciting, but at the same time, like I was going through a lot, so I didn't want to live anymore because of losing my daughter. Well, I get back. They tell us we're going home about 9.5, 10 months later. I got back March 16th. So I think it's about 9 months, 2005. Man, and I had a lot of guilt and anger from making it back when a lot of my friends didn't, and just seeing some of the stuff that I saw over there, like it was really weighing on me. So I started self-medicating just a little bit here and there, and then 9 months after I returned home from Iraq, my sister, whom I grew up with, she was only 16 years old, goes into the hospital for a urinary tract infection. And then 2 weeks later, like she passes away too, like right in front of us. And that was 100% the turning point. Like I went back home, and man, I was, balls to the wall, ready for drugs. I'm saying I didn't want to feel anything anymore at that point. So I started dealing drugs and using heavily. It wasn't until a few years into it that I turned to IV drug use. And even then, I guess I thought I had it under control, of course, obviously. But I did that for about a year or two, and then I just had enough of that because it wasn't helping anymore either. But of course, the drugs still had me. But I guess at the worst part of my drug use was, man, I'd sit in my back room with one of my daughters, and not with her in the back room, but while she was at the house with her mom in another room. I'd go to the other room, do my drugs, and then just sit there for hours, man, cutting myself and just literally hitting myself with my fists and anything that was sitting around, whether it was candle holders, like, a baseball bat, it didn't matter. I'd give myself black eyes, goose eggs on my head, split my head open a couple times where I needed some super glue or something to stop the bleeding and stuff. And I guess a lot of it stemmed too from my childhood as well. I had a pretty rough, like I was, I was sexually abused and physically abused by somebody who was supposed to be a role model. He was my stepdad at the time, and I don't know. It's even today. It's really hard to let go of that, which I know I'm supposed to, but I still hold on to it a little bit. But man, I've had so many attempts with suicide. Like I've put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger, and the bullet didn't go off. And then later on, I shot the same bullet, which that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's 100% God. Like I've tried to hang myself and the rope broke. Like I've got scars on my wrist where I tried to cut myself. My last attempt, I took 48 sleeping pills, and that's the one that almost got me. They had to shot me back to life 3 times. And man, I don't really know how to explain it, but when I woke up that last time, it was a weird feeling. Like everything, it just seemed like more vivid. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was brighter. Like it was like I could smell better, and just like my eyesight seemed to be better. It was like just a whole bunch of weight had lifted off of me, and I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, but man, it's just God. He grabbed me out of the gates of hell. I know, because man, I hated life and everything, and now I'm almost 4 years clean. December 12th will be 4 years.
That's great.
Yes, sir. And I'm actually a suicide prevention first responder for We Are the 22, which is a veteran in crisis organization. And that organization has helped me tremendously. Just in the 3 years that I've been in it, it's 100% turnaround. And I'm actually doing peer recovery, taking some classes for that. I still deal with suicidal thoughts, of course, and whether I feel worthy or not, you know what I'm saying? Because I am still here, and like so many people have lost their lives, whether it's to addiction or my family members. I've dealt with a couple in the last few months that have really hurt. I lost my brother, my baby brother, like 3-4 months ago. And then just a month and a couple weeks ago, I lost my cousin, which he was only a year older than me, in a motorcycle wreck. And we grew up as brothers. Yeah. And man, I'm struggling a little bit with faith, you know what I'm saying? Which I 100% believe in Jesus, but of course, I mean, I don't know. It's just, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of it is because of the strength that I have and my addiction, and possibly just, man, if I can reach one person, you know what I'm saying, then I know I did something. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to further my education in the peer recovery even further, and I want to continue to help people for as long as I can, because it's not mine to keep. Because otherwise, what am I doing with it if I'm letting myself stay clean and I'm not out here helping anybody else? That's kind of selfish. So,
Good.
So that's yeah, that's pretty much the gist of everything.
I'm gonna tell you something. You couldn't get better than that, Clint. Dude, I'm telling you. I mean, are you kidding me? That is so powerful. Dude, you have no idea, man. Listen, seriously. Golly. What? That is, I didn't have to say a word. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. What a story, man.
Thank you.
And you know what? You're making a difference. I mean, I sit there, I'm trying not to just break. I'm a crier. I can't help it. That's just how it is. But to hear your story and the way you show, man, that is powerful. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect, man. And I promise you right now, I was sitting there